The new version of Suicune looks dumb and you can fucking fight me on that.
Hello, everybody. Let's turn that down a little bit. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday's stream. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing good. I forgot to turn my light on. Yeah, hello. Hi. Hello there. Hi. Dubs, hello. Oh, I didn't get your, Hold on a second. I didn't get your usual... Your new normal.
Hey, look at that. Truck.
There we go. Yes, hello. Hi. We are halfway through the week. Welcome to Wednesday's stream. I can't remember if I said that already or not, so I just said it again. Well, you gotta be a little faster than that, Tex. Yeah, so we're halfway through this week. It's the first day of March, which I actually just realized I need to do something about that. Whatever, I'll do it after stream. But yeah, how's your guys' week going so far? How's everyone doing? Today was good. Today was great because I actually had it like off. Normally most of my Wednesday is off, but I still work a little bit on Wednesdays. But silver lining to a situation. My van had been down for repairs again. But today, during the time I usually go in for work, was the only time it could get worked on. So, didn't do the usual thing I had to do for work today. And I actually just was able, like, along with that, there were, you know, like some like a little bit of like running around stuff I had to do, but other than that, I actually had the day like off to like relax and recuperate, and it has been nice. I've gotten, so I've mentioned them a couple times before when it's come up, but so College Humor, the YouTube channel that's been around basically since the inception of YouTube, it feels like. Today's your birthday, Dubs! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, man. Hope it was a good one. Hope it was nice. Hope you got to have some fun, do what you want. And hey, maybe if not today, then either last weekend or this upcoming weekend, whenever you got free time to celebrate it, I hope it was really nice. Happy birthday. Had school till 5. Welcome. That's adulting now. Like after a certain age, it's just like it's not really like, unless it's like one of the big zeros, like, you know, 30, 40, 50. It's kind of whatever. After whatever, like, the drinking age is, and then, like, the only other big milestone here in America is, like, you have to be 25 to be able to rent a car. But, you know, there's not really anything after that. I guess 35 if you're looking at a shot at becoming president. But yeah, not really anything else besides that for all of, like, the major milestones. First time chatter. Sweaty for you too. How's it going, man? Welcome into the stream. Welcome into chat. Besides with family, I didn't celebrate since I turned 14. Wow. So I don't care anyway. I mean, okay, you know, fair enough. Sweaty. Like I said, welcome into chat, welcome into stream. When's the Dubs? Do we keep up with this? Because, like, it hasn't gone good the last 2 times. You know, fucking what? When was the last time you shit your pants? Beer 500. Welcome into chat as well. Yesterday I had Chipotle. Fair enough. You remind me of Hiko. You look alike. Well, I don't know who that is, but I'll decide to take that as a compliment. Are you related? Nope. No idea who they even are. Oh, pro streamer Spencer Ryan. Well, I mean, I can look it up real quick. I'm on Twitch. Spencer Martin. I'm getting a hockey player, but I don't think that's it. Spencer Hikomar. Okay, well, I found his Twitch channel. Jesus. I guess I can kind of see it. Whoop. I guess kind of. A much younger and thinner me. No, I had no idea who that was until you told me about him. So, do I know what a great-eared nightjar is? 100T Hiko on Google. That's another streamer that wasn't. Oh, okay. 100T Hiko? Okay. Oh, I'm guessing like I'm coming up with a Valorant player who is also apparently retired. Oh, okay. I could see that one a little more. I can understand that one a little more. But no. Not well, okay, so here's kind of a complication. Not as far as I know. I guess technically speaking, maybe. If he's younger than me. They have his age. No, he's older than me. Then no. Well, I guess even then, technically. Okay. So I'm adopted. So, like, maybe. If we are, I couldn't tell you. So it says he's retired though. At least on this Valorant esports wiki. But no, not as far as I'm aware. But I can see it. I could see the resemblance. I don't think I can pull off baseball caps. I've tried a few times, and one just for me, they're uncomfy. They're uncomfy. They're uncomfy. They're uncomfortable. I don't even think I've got like one or two fucking somewhere. I don't know. I don't think I look good in a hat. I've tried a lot of different hats. I had a phase in high school, like I would imagine a lot of us do. I'm gonna try and find a really embarrassing picture of myself. There's a very specific one I have in mind, and I don't know if I still have it on Facebook or not. I hope not. Can I just sort by...
Hast thou remembered to summon the bees of circumstance?
Quotons, what the fuck are you talking about? Man, I really just can't sort this by old first, can I? I really gotta go back. Jesus Christ, over a decade? This is taking a long time. View as, search. Is this even worth it? Does anyone even care this much?
Hey, look at that truck.
Thank you, Dubs. Oh, look at all those bees I'm scared of. Look at all the bees. What were you and I even fucking talking about anything about bees? Can of bees? Facebook, come on. You gotta load more than one goddamn line at a time. Oh, well, okay, here's... Hold on. That's what I went with for like a while. For like a while. Quotons was there for the whole thing. Yeah, I was gonna leave that part out of it. But, yeah. Yeah, you're right. What do you mean I'm kind of a hat guy? I haven't... The only hat I've ever fucking worn on this stream was a party hat. For when we got affiliate. Aw, man. Man, that was not a good look for me. Quotons, that's also that's putting a lot on me because that's also putting out there that I ran in the first place. What do you mean I kind of wear that? I haven't worn graphic tees. I've got one. I've got one that I wear kind of often, and that's only because it was a gift from my mother-in-law. And that's that like MTV retro shirt that I have. I don't wear graphic tees anymore. I don't wear hats anymore. Well, we kind of pretended to in gym and track. I mean, yeah, just to complete the assignment. I remember the day when your ankle exploded. That part happened. Yeah, Quotons has really shitty ankles. And, he had... You had done something to it. And we're off of it for, like... It's done that multiple times. Yes, it has. I don't know if this was the first or not, but, like, I remember you had injured it, and so you were off of it for a while, and then there was, like, a day where we were doing, like, sprints, and you were still off of it, but the coach was just like, alright, Quotons, it's your turn, and you were like, my ankle's broken, and they just didn't give a shit, they just made you do it anyways, and I remember you got, like, 5 steps in, and then I remember seeing you go from, like, a half-hearted sprint to a very quick one-legged hop, and then just onto the field. You were just off the track and done, and I'm sure it was probably re-injured. That man should not be a gym coach. Not that I would guess many, like, high school gym teachers are exactly qualified for it, but you take what you can get, I suppose. Especially in a town like that. But yeah, it was actually, so okay, I show you guys this picture, but honestly, it was worse. I'm honestly thankful for Red Time with the Clatch. Got lots of good memes. That's true. Oh, we had, I was gonna say, how do I let you know what I was going to say the cereal one, but don't, because that kind of involves his, like, actual full last name, and I don't want that, like, being out there. Okay. So if you guys can fathom it, it was worse for a while than the picture I showed you. And that's what I'm trying to get to.
Apple spritzer is great. Can be drunk anywhere. At school, at university and at work. Beer is great too. Looks like apple spritzer.
Okay. Oh man, okay, so here's the day that, oh, for fuck's sake. Where'd it go? This was, I believe, the first, oh, God. I'm pretty sure this was the first picture of me that ever got uploaded to, like, this was when I made my Facebook account. So, That's how things were going in 2000 fucking whatever, 2006, 2007. Sounds like an interesting birthday. Okay. Did you really? When you were in RA? It's actually understandable not being able to be sober and having to deal with fucking freshmen. That makes sense. But yeah, that was me about, you know, whatever, 15 years ago. Oh boy. Oh boy. So yeah, that's what I had going on back then. I'm still trying to get back to what I was trying to find. Still trying to get there. I'm in 2018, so only another decade to go. Wow. I was fat. People around me have been telling me recently that, like, that I've lost weight, that I've, you know, been looking good. But I haven't really believed any of them. Like, there's some stuff that, like, even I, like, you know, haven't been able to deny. But, you know, I'm sure you guys know how things go. Like, I just, you know, I didn't see it, I didn't feel it, I didn't believe it. But looking at some of these old pictures, kind of starting to see it. Yeah, my last year there was frequently day drinking. Good mental health and healthy life choices and all. Yeah, I mean, sounds like you really had your shit together. Okay, fuck it. This is taking way too long. And you guys get the gist of it anyways, and this isn't even what we're here for. Hi, guys. I'm sober. And I'm going to be for the foreseeable future. At least from the cannabis persuasion. Basically, for anything that could come up on a drug test. So I'm starting to look for a new job. Like, actually. Not just saying that I'm sick of my job and going to look for other things. Like, no, like I'm looking for something until I find something. Because I need more. I've been sticking at the job that I'm at for as long as I have been. Because especially for what I get paid. Especially for what I get paid, it's a ludicrously easy job. However, oh, come on, there's this sweet spot I'm trying to get the volume at. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, now it's just quiet. Okay, whatever. For how much I get paid versus what I do, it's great. because at with the person I work with, it's a super easy job. He makes it very, very easy on me. However, the company doesn't. They used to be super competitive in terms of pay rate, but it just isn't anymore. On top of the fact that I've actually lost benefits as the years have gone on, because of it, not anything I've done, just because of how the company works. Which there's a lot that's gone into it, and it's just coming up. It's finally at that breaking point for me where like it's just not the ease of my day-to-day work life is not worth the lack of compensation that I get. I need better pay, and I need something that like will actually have benefits. I'm not too worried about the medical stuff. Most of that is covered with Mana's job, especially now. But like, I don't get vacation. I don't get sick days. I work 6 days a week. Like, I need something else. Oh, Squoos, hello! Well, look at this dude. This godly you stop. Okay, listen. I've never liked my hair, and I've always tried to get it in some sort of style that I am happy with, and I thought this was it. But I guess I'm just sitting here looking like a third grader. Oh, good. Quoton's fucking... Okay, what do you got for me, buddy? I've clicked on it. Now we're just waiting for my computer to catch up. Oh, Jesus. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Is that how bad my audio's been sounding? Guys. Guys, you gotta tell me about this shit. I can't hear me. I know there's a way to, but I don't know how to get that set up. I pushed it away from me because I thought I'd been peaking this whole fucking time. But has it been sounding that bad? Oh man. I've been streaming with my mic that far away for a minute. Friendship with Scoos terminated. Now Quotons is top chatter. Yeah, that just happened. Nah, you're all my weirdos. You strange conglomeration of fetid brain cells. I'll be honest, I just thought your mic sucked. The improvement in quality when he brought it close to your face made me get... Okay, alright. No. No, I saw how much, like... The whole reason I had moved it was I saw how much I was peaking before. Like, weeks ago. And so I was just like, okay. I'll just... give it some distance. Because I tried messing with the gain, and it didn't really seem to be affecting it that much. Well. I don't know why the fuck you guys are here. I don't. It baffles me every goddamn day. That I mean, I'm happy about it. I'm happy that everything I'm doing seems to be working for a couple people. There's me flying away like a bird. Wow, even the music had to take a minute for that one. Why are any of us here like in a physical? Yeah, let's get a little existential here for a minute. Why are any of you here? Are you truly here? For all I know, you could all be bots. Maybe I'm being used for some sort of AI learning experimentation. Maybe you're just all AI-powered bots. I don't know. I don't have any way of verifying any of that. That was pretty gross, huh? How to give AI autism, a Twitch case study. I mean, there really is something to be said about the internet when, like, almost every single AI-driven thing that's just, like, let loose eventually gets shut down because of some extreme, like, racism, anti-Semitism, all of that fun anti-isms. Most people think Quotons is my imaginary friend. I've thought that for a long time too. I think Quotons has just been made. He's a realization of a lot of people's consciousnesses. Do we actually have? And I've never seen a baby picture of him. You know, for all we know, and honestly, for all he knows, all of that could just be, you know, the subconscious of multiple minds crafting a story for him so that the realization of his own reality doesn't cause a soul crushing, life ending event around his person that you know, like his self realization causes him to stop existing. So, you know, the safeguards that have been put in place of that, like at the moment of his coalescence into our reality, are what he perceives as his life, are just honestly a backstory, like a D&D character. You know, who knows? Experimentation. Experiment has been discovered. Start immediately. We need to return to our roots with some good old Italiaphobia in our AI. Every morning you wake up, it could be the first time you wake up with implanted memories. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Mana, what did we do yesterday? What did we do yesterday? So that happened. Like, you got up, you went to work, you did your thing, you came home, and then you and I went to Walmart to grab stuff, and then your dad and grandpa came over to help fix the van while I was cooking. I fucked up dinner, and then we did something else, and then just kind of hung out by ourselves for the night, and then we went to bed. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Okay. You remember that happening? Okay, well, I got confirmation, so So what are you guys saying that they did it to Mana too? Because they're saying they remember it, and I remember it. So I don't know what I'm doing. So I know what we're doing for stream. I guess I'm trying to find if there's a good segue for it, or if I just jump into it, if we're kind of like done with this conversation or not. I don't know what's going on. How are you sure this is not just some memory being uploaded to your brain? Subject SB1 seems to be yelling at M2 at events that never happened. Initiate gaslight protocol. She did. Okay, now you guys are actually. During that conversation, like that. So that conversation just ended because I saw Mona pick up the phone, and I don't know who she's on the phone with. Y'all are. This is another chocolate fountain situation, and I'm not okay with that. I don't know if I ever told that story on stream. I don't know if that sentence made sense to anybody here, the more I think about it. And y'all really just still all have purple names, don't you? Maybe those friendly people with the funny jackets. Subject M2's compromised. Well, hey, if you're sending in another one, can you at least like can you not give the next Mana model like all of the mental illness? Because like just for their sake, not for mine. I'm not saying that as in like give me one that isn't mentally ill. I'm saying like for their sake, because I don't want them going through all of it. Can you just make this next one happier with themselves? That's all I want. I don't care if they don't remember me or anything. Just make them okay. Subject is learning empathy. Interesting. Did I ever Hello everyone, welcome to Wednesday stream. Maybe just a character in a video game, a higher form of intelligence. So, like, you know, I've thought about it. But honestly, like, the only thing I could really think of, the only thought that comes to mind when someone's like, hey, maybe you're just a character that someone is playing in a video game. How would this be fun for anybody? I'm not having fun. What's the role play here? If this is, if my life, if I'm not my own person, I am just a simulation in a video game that some higher form of being is using for their entertainment, for their escapism, and things like that. This can't be fun. Who is living my life and is having fun with it? What in God's name must they be going through in order for this to be escapism for them. That's my concern. It's not that I'm not real. If that turned out to be the truth, okay. I think I could deal with that. It would just, I'm more concerned for them. I'm more concerned for their state of mind where they're like, no, your life's fun. Like, I have fun playing you. Like, that, you shouldn't. We are simulation, inside a simulation inside.
This is my real voice, this is not a joke, this is not TTS, this is a cry for help. Oh God, let me out, I have no mouth but I must scream.
Maybe it's work. That's an angle I've never thought about, actually. Also, I very heavily considered, just for the joke, so doing that TTS thing, and then just fucking cutting stream. I thought about just ending stream in the middle of that TTS thing. But I don't. I only did. I was like, oh, I don't know if they would enjoy that. I don't know if you guys would be okay with that. I would think that would be hilarious. But I didn't really want to chance it. Reminds me of the Stanley Parable. I enjoyed that game. I enjoyed Sir Stanley and his adventures. It was a pretty fun game to play. That and I can't think of what it is. There was another game that was like relatively similar to it that was also pretty entertaining, but I cannot for the life of me think of what it was. Have any of you? I know Quotons has. I don't know if he's still here or not. Have any of you guys played what is it? Superliminal, I think is the name of it. The game where it's a first person like puzzle solving game where your perspective on an object changes its properties, mainly the size of it. I haven't played it myself, but I watched, although I think it was just Aaron, I watched the Game Grumps play it. I think I watched like someone else play it. I know Quotons has played it. Superliminal D's nuts. You're not even trying anymore, are you? Oh, what do you want? Not once. Not ever. Fair enough. So, a button. So, a button. Think about it. Maybe humanity eventually gets so fucked up that they run a simulation of alternatives to their history to find a solution to their problem and just simulate the whole history, but in like a short time for them. And if it fails, it starts over again, like with the big bounce theory. Yeah, so I don't think I've ever like really gone down this rabbit hole with you guys or talked about it because it's never really come up. Religion. I call myself agnostic when it even fucking comes up. because so I don't fall under any religion, but I also don't call myself an atheist. Um, because to me, and why I am prefacing this with so hard on that, like, to me thing is, if anyone out there watching, if anyone here in chat or anything like that is atheist, fine, I don't give a shit. To me, atheism is as hard of a stance as religion is to me, just at the other end of the spectrum. So most, theistic religions that center around the belief in some form of higher power, regardless of how many of them there are, so there's that. And they all say, no, this is the truth of the universe. This is how things are. These beings exist, and this is what they do. And that's religion. And then you have the opposite end with atheism that says, no, none of that end is true. There are no gods. There is no higher power. It is just us and the chaos of the universe. There is nothing after death. There it is. You're here. You live by a cosmic accident, and then you cease to exist. There is no after. Nothing like that. And to me, shut the fuck up. On both those counts. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, to me, atheism is just as strong of a stance as religion is, just in the opposite direction. I personally do not believe, like, I usually just use the term believe, but I don't, I guess it still works in the context, but I don't. What I think is, I don't fucking know. And at least for me, I don't think we ever can until it's already too late. I'm not going to say whether there are higher powers / is a higher power or not. I don't think we don't know. I don't think we can know. I personally don't think we ever will. If we do, it's so far into the future that it is as inconsequential as I am to even consider it. And if whatever answer there is, whether that is a yes or no, whether there are higher beings out there that have some sort of creative influence on us, whether there is another realm that exists as an afterlife, regardless of whether that is positive, negative, or in between, or all things, or whether it is simply purely biological, and once your brain function ceases to exist, so do you. That question cannot be answered until it happens. And at that point, I'm either not going to exist anymore, so I'm not gonna fucking care, or I will get to that afterlife and then deal with the consequences therein. I personally do not think Sirius 2023. Hey. Yep. fucking fence sitter. Yeah, sure. Call it whatever you want. But yeah, that's just me. I don't harsh the vibes of anyone who has any sort of different belief system, as long as you're not an asshole about it. That's it. If you want to be Christian, if you want to be Buddhist or Hindu or Shinto or any of the other thousands of religions out there, or if you wish to be atheist and completely without any of that, and say for sure that there is none of that, fine, that's your own prerogative. Just don't fucking ruin it for other people. That's it. I have always been an enormous proponent of, you should be allowed to do whatever the fuck you want to do as a grown adult with a fully functioning or a fully developed brain. You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want, as long as it is not harming or severely inconveniencing anybody else. And that's everything to me. That's religion. That's drugs. That's a lot of things. And I'm not saying that that's perfect either. That can't go for everything, I'm sure. I'm sure there are plenty of examples to where that doesn't work. But usually the argument I hear from people who disagree with me on that is, well, I don't think it should be legal to do things that harm you, because maybe you don't care, but the people around you do, and blah blah blah. And it's like, you're right. Someone sitting in their house doing meth all day long is going to, is very much harming themselves and will likely kill themselves in that way. But I am all for autonomy. If you want to do that, it is sad. You will likely be hurting people emotionally. But I think that should be your prerogative to do. And if you have a solid enough support system, then hopefully, then you get into that nitty gritty of what could be done and this and that. But at the end of the day, it should be your choice. That is my big thing. I think the same. If there are gods, and you live a decent life, sorry, I blue screened there for a second. If there are gods and you live a decent life, you should go to the good. If not, there's nothing. And it's obviously that's the argument that a lot of, let's call a spade, a lot of the Christians use, that is the fear-mongering of it, of well, what if though? What if I'm right, and because of your choices, you go to hell for all eternity? Then that'll suck. That won't be fun. But, and I've also said this plenty of times, if what I have to do in order to get to this version of heaven are the things you're telling me to do, I don't want to be a part of it anyways. I understand you want me to, because that would mean being with me. But here's the other argument about it, right? Is so you're saying you want me to accept Jesus and become Christian and act those ways, so that I, like you, will get into heaven and we can spend all of eternity together. Because you believe that the purpose of this heaven is for it to be an eternal paradise with no worries, of eternal happiness, things of that nature. If that is true, if you get there and I don't, it wouldn't be heaven. Two things. Either, A, it wouldn't be heaven for you because you would be eternally unhappy with my absence, or B, you will get there, and because that is what heaven is, you wouldn't be upset about me not being there anyways, because heaven would make you happy. So either way, it doesn't matter. The program is failing. Reboot. It's really fun when you add that the King James Bible was ghost written by 30 dudes over 500 years. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's listen, I could spend a 12-hour stream, you know, picking apart all that shit. We had that. You gonna be simulated. Do it, you won't, coward. I mean, not today. If I thought I'd get something out of it, I would. I would do. I've been considering doing something like a subathon. My big worry about it is mostly just that I don't think it would be worth it. I think I would announce a subathon, which, in case anybody watching isn't familiar with that sort of thing, or Twitch in general and blah blah blah. Basically, a subathon is like you go live and you don't stop, like the stream doesn't end until a timer runs out, but people in the audience can donate, and when they do so, it adds time to the timer. So, you know, like some of the biggest ones were, thank you.
Baba Booey.
Squoose, thank you for the sub. Sub like this? Yes, exactly like that. Sub exactly like that. Thanks a lot, man. That's really appreciated. Special Christmas stream debunking Christ. Oh, I may do that. That sounds like a very me thing to do, of just spending all Christmas Day just going through and picking apart Christianity. I may. Hey, Reddit, exclamation mark, remind me in 9 months. 9 months? 9 months. Remind me in 9 months, and we'll fucking do it. No, but, you know, like, I've considered a subathon just to, I guess, just to, like, see...
Pinochle. No. Cownockley. No.
Cownockley, no! Holy fuck. Cownockley? No! That isn't it. Holy shit. Works again? Yeah, I got everything working again, so notifications, TTS, all that shit's working again.
Cock knuckle.
There we go. That's I believe what Quotons was trying to say. Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about...
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt! You make me sick, you big baby! Baby want a bottle? A big dirt bottle?
Yeah, I've considered doing, like... Doing something like a thubathon?
Snooze.
I've considered doing...
Thubaton.
I've considered doing, something like a subathon just to, like, fucking see. I don't think it would work. I think it would put up the timer, and then, like, we'd get a couple people in at the beginning. It would get increased by, like, an hour or something, but I don't think it would, like, last super duper long. What I have considered doing, just, again, to see how it would go, whether we would get some new people in for it, is a sleeping stream. And I'll explain that in a second, but I want to see what Dub said. I think the things some people see as proof for the Bible. Gotcha. For example, there is a mountain where the ark supposedly landed, and it has an imprint with the measurements in it. That it indeed was there and had the size, and had this size might come from the imprint. Seems more logic to me. Again, not directly saying really blah blah blah. Yeah, so I mean, here's the other thing though. Nearly every religion, historical text, things like that, mention a great flood. Or some, you know, like enormous rise in sea level. So it's just kind of like, I can't remember if there's been any like proof of it or anything, but like, you know, like scientists and historians and everything are like, yeah, there probably was like, you know, some enormous flood at some point, like during the time when human civilization existed. You know, when it comes from that many different sources, or it could just be, you know, it in a world that's 70% water, it's pretty easy to say that like a bunch of different cultures came up with a story about a great flood. On the sleep stream, I mean, I'll admit it's not about the idea for it was not about the content. It was about the money. You know, it was just to see. It would be an experiment to see like how. I have no idea whether that would like legit make me any money or not. But for those of you who maybe aren't, you know, aware of what exactly that means, basically, like, if a streamer's talking about like a sleep stream, or you see like a content creator who does that sort of stuff, so like I would go live, and I would attempt. I would do my best to try and sleep. But the audience has all of the power to do things that would prevent me from doing that. But it's all through like donations and subs and things like that. So, like there would be things, you know, like loud noises, starting videos. Like I've seen people set up like lighting rigs, you know, like strobe lights, you know, just like a lot of noise, a lot of distraction, just like, you know, a lot of different things that would keep somebody awake. And that's essentially the sadistic fun of it, is like, oh, hey, if I pay $5, I can it's people giving their money to prevent someone from falling asleep and just causing them to be miserable. But wait for me to get just 16,000 more points. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I see religion as largely mythological, not meant to be taken literally. Some stories based on ages-old spoken traditions, but used as teaching opportunities. For sure. Well, there's a lot of big floods and tsunamis. Did I say tsunamis? Jesus fucking Christ, I cannot talk today. Tsunamis. There's in fact a whole island state we found which sunk during the disaster. Yeah, and like, you know, so like same shit, you know, like all of those stories, like that's what you know, that's what all of the theories surrounding like Atlantis are about. You know, there were multiple stories in different cultures that didn't have any connections about this lost great technologically advanced civilization that just like disappeared overnight and like sunk into the ocean. And I can't remember what it was. I saw something that was like that was like a good, again, we can't prove anything, nothing's ever been found physically, but there was something that happened. There was like a date that was written somewhere that was like the exact same date as some other occurrence that's like, well, what the fuck else could that have been? Dubs, you do whatever you want and I'll just don't. No. Quotons, you can do that? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You can refund someone's points? That's not true. What was the last thing? What was... Oh, okay, there's mine. There's Squoos's thing. Yeah, I can confirm or deny the point reduction for using the things. That's not true. Where's that at? Yes, that was so Dubs, what you're talking about, that wasn't the specific thing I was talking about with like the date, I think. But I do remember seeing exactly what you're talking about. This like giant like spiral pattern that's in like northwest Africa somewhere, like right off the coast, and like if you like zoom out like an aerial, a high enough aerial view, you can see like water, like the patterns of where water flow used to be. I should always confirm them unless it doesn't work. Man, I was unaware of that. See, this was why it was behind a paywall in the first place. And then I thought I was being nice by removing that, because no one ever did it, but I still wanted it to be fun for you guys. So I made it so that you didn't have to spend money to do it, but it was going to be like a ridiculous amount. Well, all right. Let's. I don't know how it's gonna go with you fucking people, but let's try getting into the content a little bit. Hold on. Nope, this just has to go. Put that under here. I gotta plug this in. I gotta plug this in. I gotta plug this in. God. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to plug this in. I can't see anything. There we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait a minute. It's just catching up. Oh. 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 Oh, man. We'll have a talk about AI stuff, but that won't be today because I want like some actual time to do that. We're not gonna get into AI stuff today. All I'll say is, as someone that is I don't know. I always like hate using the term artist because I don't know. It feels like I would get called out for being pretentious by calling myself an artist. As an illustrator and someone who's done a lot of traditional media artwork and digital artwork, we'll have that discussion another time. So today, I would like your guys' help with something. Hey, why didn't any of that change? Like, whatever. So, some of you who've been around long enough, or just know me well enough, know that for the last a long time, I've been in the process of writing my own tabletop game. And the system, it's like the actual like game itself has kind of honestly been like 90% finished for like a while now. Most of it is just world building because the entire like the game came from the world, not the other way around. It's not like I made a system and then was like, oh well, it needs like a world for people to play in. No, I've had a world for a very long time, and it eventually became a tabletop system. But anyways, still going through the process of like really fleshing out the world. I'm not gonna get into super nitty gritty details. I'm only gonna preface by basically saying I want to make, and there will be more than one that exist, but I want to make a prestigious magic school that is like specifically for spellcasters. Like, people in this world have different powers and things like that. It's not like just casting magic and things like that. There's other things, but I wanted one. A modern magic school. Yes, so like it can still be medieval style thing, you know, again, like very much like Harry Potter, where it's like, yeah, like it was set in the 90s, but like the magical world is stuck in like the 1700s. It can still be that if we want. It can be completely modern. It can also be like a nice mix of it, which is, I will say, pretty much what the feel of the world itself is. It's very like, it is modern day, but it is a world that advanced through both technology and magic. So there is still a little bit of that, you know, there are still people running around with swords and shields and things of that nature, but also like they go home and get on their iPad and jerk it to porn. So you know. Let's zoom in a little more. That's a little better for you guys. So I want your guys' help. I want us to do one of these together. Did your wizards canonically shit themselves with Magic It Away? Squoose, you've watched Misfits and Magic. That's honestly partially why I'm doing this. So I got back into that, like, Harry Potter style groove because of, Hogwarts Legacy. I haven't played it, but it like got me in that mood. So I've been watching a bunch of, like Harry Potter shit recently. But then, also, just being in a tabletop mood. So I started rewatching Misfits and Magic, which for those of you that don't know, Misfits and Magic is was a season of Dimension 20, which is College Humor's tabletop thing that they have on their proprietary streaming service called Dropout. And a lot of it, like, they'll put the first episodes of shit on YouTube because that's how they draw people in, is they'll put the first episode on there, and if you really like it, then to watch the rest of it, you have to get on Dropout, which is, like, it doesn't cost any, like, it's like, again, it's like $5 or $6 a month. It's, for the amount of content that they put out, it's super worth it. But yes, so I've been watching through Misfits and Magic. I'm actually, like, once I'm done with stream, the plan is to get dinner, and then I'm finishing the holiday, like, one-shot epilogue episode. On the off chance that was a real question, no. There is plumbing. There is plumbing. There are turlets. They don't just shit anywhere they want and then just wave their wand at it. They shit in toilets. But yeah, so again, this won't be the only one, but I was interested to see what would result in me building a magical school where casters in my world could go to learn about magic and how to become powerful spellcasters. So I want to see what happens. And first, of course, I cannot fucking talk today. Like that's any different from any other day. But I want to start with the name, because that's really gonna lay the foundation for everything else. Like we will get into all of the other things. We can get into style, into location, into whether it has houses and things like that. You know what the curriculum is like and all that if we want. But let's start with the name. I'm not naming my fucking magical school Cookie Monster. Okay, do we have anything else? Well, you guys are creative. Don't fucking answer. I realized my mistake, and I put it on there because I realized that you're well right. I was asking for suggestions, and then as soon as I got one, I shot it down, and that isn't fair. So you're right. You're right. I have to accept the help that I am provided when I am the one asking for the help in the first place. Yeah, this is pretty much how I thought this was gonna go. The hybrid school of what, my man? Of what, Swooves? That one I don't get. Helabeans? Hellabe? Are you trying to say hella beans? Okay, Squoose. Well, I'm just not putting that one down. This is pretty much what I expected from you guys, though. This is. I was like, you know, I don't know about this one. Maybe asking them for I don't know. Just literally call it Juilliard for Wizards. School of what was it, magical improvement. So let's take a look at our options so far. So far, you guys have provided me for names for my magical school. Cookie Monster, Cocksucker. I'm still waiting on an explanation for that third one. That one just went over my head. Hills and Beans, just straight up calling it Juilliard for Wizards, and a D's Nuts joke. And of course, Area 51. Oh, right, because of yeah. I'm using the numpad for when I'm typing numbers. Oh, Hillaby. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Did you explain your choice? Oh, I didn't see that. No, Tommy was saying Helabeans is pronounced like Hillabeans. Okay, got it. Got it. Oh, it's Dino Nuggies. Gotcha. Well, excuse the fuck out of me, Scoots. You've been making really, if you can even call them jokes, you've been making D's Nuts jokes literally the whole time you've been on stream. Okay. I feel like I've provided the opportunity enough for you guys to get that out of your system. And I'm not saying we need to stop, but I need each of you to at least give me at least one legitimate non-jokey name to at least have it on the fucking list. And I also want to preface this with saying I am fine with there being I'm fine with this being a comedy thing. Like, I am not asking you guys for the help in coming up with like the legitimately cool thing in my world. I'm not. This is fine if this is like the setting that people use for when they want to have like a jokey, laid back, comedy based game at like a big wizard school in my world. I am fine with that, but at least can I get like 2 decent suggestions? Something about squirreling. Kind of okay with that. Because that at least kind of sounds like one. The Jan Kelpoff School of Lewd Magical and Bros. Dude, I gotta fucking love that too. Oh, wow, I fucked that one up. He's a squirrel merlin. Is that the best we is that the best you guys got? This screen by itself feels like a fucking screenshot. This just like as far as like streaming goes, I feel like this is one of those like yeah, I watched this streamer called Sirius Brightstar. He does like a bunch of different stuff, but he's been writing his own RPG, sometimes on stream, which is pretty cool. He like gets his audience involved. Oh, yeah, that sounds really neat. How does that usually go? Well, tits for short. I kind of like that. Telefirc Incarnium Theocratic School. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. See, the problem with any suggestion Dubs gives too, though, is I'm so worried that it's just something like in German that I'm not understanding. Which honestly is also fine. I don't mind that either. If it's just a like a pun in a different language. Why is Queen texting me? This is so. I know his reply is getting a little. Oh, I kind of love that. Magician's a trait. Oh, where did you go to school? Oh, I went to MIT. I kind of love that. Quotons, I feel like you just like went to Did you just like go to like Google Translate? God brick you. Accountants, 4 demons oriented towards the sides of the world, or ritual stones, protective gods closely related to the Bacabs from Maya religion. Oh, okay. That was funny. No, okay, yeah, you are right. That's actually like legitimately cool. Well, yeah, I don't fucking know Latin. You know what? You right. You're right. Yeah, that's on me, I guess. Okay, what did you say? What did you type in there to get that? You know what? If that's exactly what you why don't we find out together, folks? Why don't we find out what exactly it was? Jesus Christ, are you guys seeing like how fucking slow my shit is here? Well, now that you're telling me to, I feel entrapped. No, grab me Latin. Like the magic of the Empire calling. I get the feeling that isn't what you typed in. Semper Fidelis Tyrannosaurus. Not at all. I imagine not. So obviously it was like Mage Emporium. I'm getting the feeling that it was like, I translated, just call it the Magic Emporium. Like the magic of the Empire calling. Yeah, Google Translate made it way more badass than you intended it to be. We can maybe like move those words around and make it something, but I like the fact that like it would be called something like that, and then like people are like, ooh, what does that mean? And then we're like, it literally translates to like, just call us a magic school. Definitely accidentally almost cool for sure. Like people think it translates to like Empire's Calling, like the Empire's Calling, like magical emporium. Or just call it a magic school. Like at their founding, when they were asked like what the name of it would be, like the someone in the decision-making process just literally didn't give a shit and was just like, I don't know, just call it a magic school. And then just malicious compliant, someone was like, fucking okie dokie. Stuff. Okay, Squoose is giving me fucking just literally using the name Stalin, and then Dubs just like headbutted his keyboard. Y'all are taking that downward turn again. But I do like the idea of just like throwing something into Google Translate into like a magical sounding language like Latin or Greek or something, and then mistranslating it back to get like this actually like this like cool epic sounding name, but then the real translation of it is just something fucking stupid. How many do we have? Hold on. Let me change this to numbered. We got 13 of them. Let's get to 20. If you guys can give me 7 more, you've already given me 13. If we can get 7 more names, then we can kind of go from there. At the very least, 2 more. A minimum of 2 more. Just to get it to like 15. I'm so scared to put anything you suggest, Screws. It's fine because it has dick in it. So's your mom, bro. If I ever edit this VOD, that's where I'll throw in that, like a crowd cheering sort of thing. Back Pfeifen guy, guess.
Bockpfeifengesicht. Take my mom out of your mouth before I shoot up a local library or something.
Jesus fucking Christ, Screws. You can't say that. You can't say that. Okay, Quotons, you're just... Hold on, actually. Hold on. What are you saying here? God damn it. God damn it. Stop. You might want to translate. I will. Give me a fucking second. Okay, Quotons typed. Did you type is the first word spit? Hold on, I'm just translating that. I'm pretty good with my... I wouldn't know what it would mean. But I'm pretty good with my Greek alphabet, but not that good. What in the fuck did you type in? Quotons. What is that? What is that?
Σπίτι χίλια πάπια έτσι. Home 1,000 duck like that.
What did you say? Okay, well now we gotta get fucking... Gotta get this shit. A face in need of a fist. Holy shit, I love that.
Backpfeifengesicht.
What a house of 1,000 ducks. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I need it the other way around. Even if not a name for a school, just that phrase sounds like something I would... That sounds like a family motto sort of thing. Squoos, what are you doing to me? Croatian? Why is there an 8 in the middle of it? I suppose I'll fucking find out. Oh. I don't know why I didn't translate the number 8. Oh, because it's the... Okay. Okay. A legit suggestion. What's happening with me? There we go. Oh shit! I never actually tried. What the fuck was this one again? The hell was this? It was Hungarian. Come on. Fuck's sake. Hungarian. Scoos, what are you doing to me? Call of Duty Shoot a Man. Okay. Call of Duty Shoot a Man. Okay, two more. That's all we need. You guys have been doing great. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the hard work you put in. Because this is clearly your guys' critical thinking. This is all the creative juices. Sargnagel? Oh, God. I just, that... sounds like a name for something. And just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and translate that one in case that's some weird German shit. Oh.
Sargnagel.
Sargnagel.
Coffin nail.
I don't know why I did that part. Alright, we need one more. We need one more. And there it is. Crimblebip RCV. I just like Crimblebip. Crimblebip sounds like my world's version of whatever the fuck Quidditch is gonna be. It's like, oh, you played Crimblebip? Yeah, I played Crimblebip for MIT. I was the Crimblebip captain at Tits. Okay, all right. Well, there's 20 names. Do we want to narrow some of these down? What
Nope.
All right. We'll just move on then. Okay. So we got the name. We've got some names for our magical school. But what about some houses? What about some things for people to join into? For our students to be sorted into. Huh? What about that, you know? What the fuck is happening here? Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Reduce the size back down. And I want a numbered list. Oh, okay. That. All right. The proper house trash Hulk? What in the fuck could you be talking about? All right, so give me some houses. But along with this, I don't just need whatever fucking nonsense names you guys are going to throw at me. Give me the general purpose of it too, you know. We need the names of some houses, but we also need you know, like what those houses represent. Maybe you know, like the color associated with them. And then, you know, like an animal or an object or something. We need a name, we need a color, and we need a symbol for sure. Hilmastor from my previous suggestion works as a house name, but loses some of the joke without the rest of it. I mean, yeah, but like, it's fucking so. All right, so if we go with that, maybe. Well, now I gotta look up the word to see what the fuck it means. Oh. Well, neat. It's actually neat. Himmelster actually sounds like a really good, like, just the name for the school itself, actually. Can the symbol for House Himmelster be 90s bowling alley carpet?
Bro.
Well,
There's an awesome documentary about them on HBO.
yeah, I don't doubt that, man. That was another moment where I really debated on just fucking cutting stream. I really thought about how hilarious it would have been if the last thing stream saw was Quotons' message come up about Heaven's Gate, and then it just goes to a BRB screen, and then stream just fucking ends. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? That's this whole goddamn stream. Are you kidding me? This stream doesn't have rails. This stream never had rails. We've never been on a set path for anything here. This is what we do. we think we start to, right? Like we do the reverse of train technology. We start with one rail. We start as a monorail. And then we just pray that somewhere along the way a more stable path comes up. But most of the time we just end up falling off. Serial Gate 2023. I fucking love you guys. Alright, well, as fun as this is, Enderworks, hello, first time chatter, welcome in, hello, hi, how are ya? Fleego, orange and green? I don't know, it's the first fucking, like, real suggestion we've gotten out of this. I'll put it on there. Just tuning in, writing streams, and chatting. Well, awesome. I very much appreciate it. Doing some writing myself, working on the final touches for Act 1, Part 3 of my Kabal. Well, like a tabletop campaign? NRA, the rest explains itself. Discord-based Modern Fantasy RPG. Oh, gotcha. Super cool. God, that makes me really nostalgic. Like, Discord's kind of, like, really brought back the feeling of, like, kind of chat rooms. Like, if you get into one that's popular enough, but, like, just, like, forums and chat rooms and man, I used to do that shit an embarrassing amount. most of my like early friends from back then I met on like I had Yahoo. I don't know why. But like I never did AIM, never did AIM, I never did any of those bigger ones. I was always on Yahoo Messenger. And I spent way too much time just sitting on that fucking. Remember those oh my god, dude. I was just talking to Mana about that. I think like yesterday. We were talking about. Oh no, it was Monday on stream. Well, I talked to Mana about my anime list for something. I can't remember why. Oh, because I've been, taking up coding recently. And that reminded me of like BB code. And so I was asking them about that. And I was like, yeah, because like, were you ever on like my anime list or like Gaia Online or anything like that? And yeah, I remember doing all the roleplay stuff on my anime list. But even before, like, I started doing that like sort of thing even years before that, when I was like, I was definitely way too young to be doing it. But like when I was a kid, I was on Messenger, like, talking and doing, like, role plays and stuff like that with people. I'm waiting to get a certain member count in my server before I kickstart the next plot section. See it lasting roughly a week. Is that something that, like... Oh, you just meant to start... Sorry, the actual website Kickstarter has like ruined that phrase for me. So I thought you were like actually like fundraising something, but I think you just meant to like start it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, then good. It wasn't just me. But I don't know. I feel like because like there's like another level of embarrassment because it's like okay if you were kids in chat rooms or whatever, like that was pretty normal, but like to say that like yeah I was in like the anime roleplay chat rooms. I don't know how many people were, so I don't know how much like guilt to feel about that. Oh, not free to use. Yeah, like I just saw the word kickstart and like if you see the word kickstart and you're talking about RPGs, most of the time they're trying to like hype up their Kickstarter. So yeah, that's why for a moment I was about to ask you like, how are you making? What do you mean you're kickstarting your Discord? How are you like? Are people paying money to enter into your Discord and then do like interact with the roleplay? Which honestly, like, wouldn't be too terrible of a business model. I don't think like I think a lot of people wouldn't like it, and I don't think it would get like big, but like that's where my brain was going before I realized that no, that's not what you meant at all. I mean, I had an active Vampire Freaks profile. I have no room to judge other people's childhood internet habits. Bro, what the fuck is Vampire Freaks? Is that something I can go and like look up right now? I asked my moderator staff on that, and an unanimous decision was no monetization for this project. For sure. And like, nothing wrong with having that discussion either. I've been considering. I've been going back and forth for years now on the idea of being a GM for hire. I know that's been like a big debate in like the RPG world, especially since COVID. And like there's very few people. It's a very divisive issue. I've seen very few people in the middle just saying they don't give a shit. People are either like all for it and they have their reasons, or they are completely against the idea of having to pay somebody to run a game for them, and they think it's the worst idea ever, and blah blah blah. I will say, me personally, I mean, again, I already said like I was considering doing it, so I think that tells you what side of the fence I'm on. Like I've done it for years. It is running a game and being a GM/DM is a huge time and effort sink, and I think if a group is interested enough in playing, but essentially refuse, like everyone involved refuses to be the one to run it, I think looking at an option of hiring someone to do so is perfectly fine, and I think someone who is doing all that sort of work should be compensated for that work. I think the conversation becomes different when it is a friends group. Like I would put myself out there as a GM for hire, but I would never consider, either before or after I started doing such a thing, going to my group of friends and that game that I run and being like, hey guys, I'm a GM for hire now. If we want to keep this game going, or like starting with the next game, like y'all are gonna have to start like paying up some money for it. I would absolutely never do that. But I would for sure like run a game and do all that effort for a group that is willing to pay me to do it. Absolutely. The Vampire Freaks thing might still exist. Just basically like an edgy golf social network. Yeah. 100%. I'm edging nigh on 100 members and close to 20,000 words just for the supporting documents for part 1. That's super interesting. One of my friends and someone on stream, Dart, for anyone who remembers him. I think it was him. He gave me the idea of using a Discord server for like GM/world building notes, and that blew my mind, because just in terms of the organization for it. And again, this is not a typical server in that you would invite other people to it, unless that was something you wish to do for like world building and stuff like that. It's literally just a server like just for you, where you can make different channels to organize all of your ideas and have lists and things you could search for and things like that. So that's neat. I don't know, just throwing that out there. Check out World Anvil. I have, and I understand, just like anything, there's like a learning curve to it. I can't specify what it was off the top of my head right now, but I remember trying. I remember like getting on World Anvil and trying like a couple different times to use it. And maybe it was just because I didn't need what it was giving me at the time, or what it was, but I remember not being grabbed by it as much as I thought I was going to. I use it for my true backend, but I use docs for my prepared ready docs for the exact plot sections, and then catching it on World Anvil for storage, or caching it on World Anvil for storage. Fair enough. I mean, that's I basically use what I have pulled up right now. Like, I use iCloud's Pages. Their like word processing thing, basically for everything, for all of my notes, for the RPG I am writing, like the entire rulebook document is done in Pages. It probably won't be for the actual final product, but like my whole RPG is in here. And I like using it because you can use it from, a PC. I also have like my iPad, and obviously like I have an iPhone as well. So it's just on the iCloud, so I can access it no matter what device I'm like working on, and I don't have to worrying about saving my documents from one word processing thing and then uploading that document to some other cloud service that I then have to re-download on whatever device I'm on, and like constantly having to save a document, uploading that, remembering to upload the new version so it's not just stuck on one machine, and doing it that way. And I know like Google Sheets exist as well, so if you want to use Google as your cloud-based documentation, then like that's also fine. Like, I'm not saying anything against it. I just use iCloud because I have a bunch of Apple devices, so it's very convenient for me. Have to go ahead with beautiful rest of stream, day or night, wherever you are. Good night. Dubs, thank you very much, and once again, happy birthday to you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you always showing up to stream just to at least say hi, and most of the time scare the shit out of me with something. But I appreciate you, and I hope you have a happy birthday, regardless of whether you really celebrate it or not. Have a good night, man. But yeah, I just use iCloud. Let me actually hold on. Let me make sure I'm not gonna fucking dox myself with anything that I'm about to put up on screen. Oh, that would have. I can just rename that. And I don't think anything else is. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is my shit. I primarily use iOS and Windows, sometimes Linux for my server-based applications. I haven't ever gotten into I've never done enough with computers or systems or anything to ever actually like do anything with Linux. But maybe soon. And there's that. Oh, Squeeze, you're giving me a house thing. Okay, hold on. I'll put that down before I forget. Because we were having this whole other conversation, and then you just came in with that again, and I'm like, what the fuck is all this nonsense? But then I remembered it's the thing that we're here doing before I got distracted. Porcupine. Oh, and red and yellow. Neat. Yeah, so I mean, like, I got, you know, some, like, loose stuff, but then, like, so I've got everything for my RPG. This was a LARP that I had created with a couple people years ago. I started doing a bunch of Pokemon stuff for 5th edition, and that was a whole thing. Some Warhammer stuff, all of my D&D stuff for 3rd edition, like various stuff for 5th edition, and then specifically the Eberron campaign I'm running, a Final Fantasy game I ran, the Tyranny of Dragons thing I did. This is a LARP that I attended, which is actually where my wife and I met, and I made a Kingdom Hearts tabletop game that I never played. None of you are in my game, so I can actually show you. And I guess I just hope that none of my players watch this. Something I've been doing with this game that I actually really like has been a separate thing for roleplay XP. So like in the campaign, we're not doing I'm doing milestone leveling. But I wasn't for a long time, up until like, so they're level, I think, like 17 now. Up until like level like 14 or 15, we were just doing XP. But, and I know it is in there kind of, but 5th edition doesn't really do a lot in terms of like giving roleplay experience. And not that my group has any problems with roleplay, but to incentivize it, but also to give them a reward for doing so, I came up with this roleplay XP thing that was essentially a separate level from each individual player, and is basically like a group level. This document's old, they're way above this, but essentially, like, for each level, or like at the end of a session, like as I was taking notes, anytime there was a really good roleplay moment, I would make some sort of mark, and then at the end of the session, I would tally up all of those marks, multiply that by 15, and then multiply that by whatever the group level was. And that would be the amount of roleplay experience points that they gained. And then the group would level up that way. And then each time they hit a new level, the group as a whole would get one of these rewards. Some of them, it is a group thing where the entire group that gets the reward. And then some of them are like individual rewards where everybody in the group gets it and can choose to use it on an individual basis. So for example, you know, obviously like the entire group gets, got bumps to their, to the experience points they got in the game. You know, this is like 5%, 10%, whatever. But then they would have group ones like, Most of these are individual, actually. But most of them are individual. So you would like everyone in the party got like this like once ever automatic skill check success and things like that, and like they just had to track them on their own, like whether they use them or not. Or like here, like one. Like once ever like group initiative reroll if they just decided they didn't like how it was. Like as a group they could decide to re-roll their initiative. And things like that. And everyone's really liked it so far. It's been working fine. It hasn't felt overpowered. But I also design around that. I have it up in my Discord too, and that's where I keep track of a lot of all that. But yeah, I've been using this, and it's been a lot of fun. I've had to change some things because, like I said, I stopped doing experience points for the actual, like for the players, and we switched to milestone, just because this last the last arc of the campaign, I have it spread out very specifically. As to like what level they'll be at when they reach certain points in the story. So I just decided to go to milestone. I also hate XP like when you get like to that high of levels because it's just so much more to track. So I was just like, we'll just do milestone. I'll tell you guys when you level up. So I kind of have to change some of these later ones, like the XP boosts and things like that, because it doesn't mean anything. That's actually a good reminder. I need to do that. I also need to name this thing. Streams Magic School. So creatively speaking, this is what I've been dealing with during stream. These have been my suggestions from my wonderful audience. So that's my bit. It's mostly just been throwing nonsense at a Google Translate, honestly. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm doing this. None of you asked me to do this. Time is it anyways? Oh. All right. Well, I think we're gonna end it there for today. As always, thank you to everybody who showed up. Thanks to all the new people. Enderworks, it was great to see you in here, man. I super appreciate you in here. Thanks for being in. Thanks for chatting. It was really cool to hear about the stuff you got going on. I'm glad it sounds like it's going very successfully. But yeah, so that's what we did for today.
Yes.
Thank you, buddy. But yeah, so thanks to everyone who was here today, all the new people that we saw in here and all that. As usual, if you wanna check out stuff we've done before.
Banana terracotta.
If if you'd like to join the community and want to see more, there's a Discord in the About section. We also have all the social media links, Facebook, Twitter, all that sort of stuff to keep up to date. There's also the YouTube channel. Go subscribe. VODs for every stream come out at 10 a.m. Central Time the next day. If you're new here, hi, hello. I am Sirius Brightstar. We do a bunch of different shit on stream. It's almost never the same, but I try to make it as entertaining and engaging as possible between myself and chat. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting at 4 o'clock Central Time. Unless I cancel, but that's mostly what the social media stuff is for, is to let you guys know about that. So yeah, Discord, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that fun stuff. That'll be it for today, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We'll be live on Friday with who the fuck knows what. Maybe more of this. Maybe I want to see. Maybe I want to see more of this. Who the hell knows? All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you on Friday. Have a good one.